Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. How are you today? Um, you know how this works, so I'm not going to go into all that. I just like to remind people this if something doesn't make sense now, keep it in mind because you'll either see it later, remember it later, or somebody else will validate it for you later. So there's always a reason for whatever they show or say. He's over my shoulder over here, which usually they're over here, but anyway, he's over here for some reason. And he's just keeps repeating, I love you, I love you, I love you. So I want to apologize for being so long. COVID really kicked my ass for a couple of weeks. And then for the next week, it was like my brain was in a fog. It was like I was okay, but couldn't think. If you knew what goes on inside this head, you go, how do you know the difference, Rhonda? So you people pay your hard-earned money for this. I never have a problem giving a refund if, something like that happens and it's too long, but I don't want to be half-assed, half-fogged, after you paid your hard-earned money. So I just waited until I knew I was clear-headed again. Well, like I said, whatever that is for in Rhonda's world, you never know. Anyway, we're going to talk to your dad. We're going to talk to Brian today. He keeps saying, I love you, I love you, I love you. I don't think I have anything like that here in this room. He's holding up a little twig. It's like a look. Hang on, let me see if I got a piece of sage that kind of looks like it. Anyway, it's like a little sprig off a tree, and it's got a little leaf, got little two little leaves out here. He's holding it up and he's pointing at the tip of it. Okay, I honestly have no clue what he's like. New life. You're not pregnant, are you? New life. It's like this little bitty twig, and the leaves are gonna open up. Oh, sometimes I hate when they won't explain why they show me something. There's a reason for it. Maybe you just recently broke one off. Maybe you're gonna find one in your house or your car. Like one time I came out of a business and I got in my vehicle and I had a drink there, and there was a feather in it. Where in the hell did that come from? My windows were up. So anyway, you never know. Watch for this little sprig. Maybe you recently walked by a tree and you broke one off and you heard one snap. I don't know what, I honestly don't know. Anyway, don't want to dwell on it. So I felt the nudge to pull you a card and I asked him to help me pick one out before I started. And we got surrender to inner peace. Cultivate inner peace on a daily basis in quiet meditative modes. Focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. So that's what he wants you to focus on. They like to pick one out every so often. So he's talking about, and he keeps saying Christmas. So don't know, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, right in there. It's like something was on your ear and it was tickling, kind of like a hair on your ear. And I have no idea what you look like. I don't stalk anybody's Facebook page. It's like a hair on your ear. Just can't get it to quit itching or tickling or whatever. So know that, and you probably won't even remember doing that, having that now, since that was a few days ago. But it will happen from now on. And know that that's going to be a sign from him. He's laughing hysterically. He thinks it's funny because he's going to be able to irritate you with that tickle. He says, and there's not a damn thing you can do about it. Actually, there is. You can tell him not to if you don't like it. And they're supposed to honor your wishes. He keeps drawing my eyes to my ALEXA, and it said animal workout. Don't know what that means either. And if you recently went for a walk with your dog, or your dog got loose and you had to chase it, you had to run away from a dog, something about animal workout. He says he met an old pal of his up there. So it's somebody that left after him. I'm trying to figure out if he's going to tell me or show me. This guy's going to step forward. But like, they were pretty good buddies. Pretty good buddies. I get the feeling this guy might have been a little older than him. Don't hold me that to that 100%. He said they were pretty good buddies, and then they were apart for a while, or maybe apart towards the end before he left, or I'm not sure why he's going. And then they were apart. So at some point, they were apart anyway. But he felt very close to this guy, and when this guy crossed over, he was they hooked back up. At least he says they're still there. They're hanging out. I see the letter H, but I really stink at names. That's one thing I just can't seem to get right anymore. So don't hold that 100% either. They like to pull that H out a lot. I know that sounds a little vague. Okay, he says you have felt him recently, and it's like he's bending down over me. Everybody feels the energy different. Not sure how you're going to feel it, but it's almost like a change in the air pressure, or he says static electricity, but it probably won't be your whole body. It'll probably be just in the area where his energy is. Could be your whole body. I'm, oh, I hate to sound vague again, but it, I'm just giving you the ways that it could be. If you just, you know how you feel like somebody's watching you or something, you feel like somebody's in the room and you look around, there's nobody there. Could be that kind of thing. He says that that should be very strong, that part. Know that when you feel that, it could be a little scary because you go, I feel like somebody's here watching me, but I don't see anybody. He's trying to do it to comfort you. So know when you feel that, just say, "My dad, I love you." Validate him, acknowledge him, tell him you love him. Let him know that you feel him. And it really helps to get more signs. If you let them know, you know that that's them, that they've gotten across to you. He says it should feel like a warm, fuzzy feeling. But I'm still only feeling it right where his energy is. I don't feel it like the whole thing. I don't. You could. I don't. They usually try to do it to me how you're going to feel it. Okay, he's sitting on what I think is your couch, and he's kind of looking out the window and he's going, My, look at the pretty snow. Now, I live in Kansas. We haven't had any yet. I think you live up north, but I don't remember. But my other friends that live up north, I haven't seen them guys really have any snow yet. So I don't know if this is something you might have been sitting at the window doing when the snow first came, or when it, I don't know. He's just not being real clear. So know that he's been sitting on your couch. Know that he did watch the snow or is going to watch the first snow. And he feels very peaceful. Feels very much at peace. Very calm. He said all he wants to do is bring love energy into your house. When things get hectic, he likes to go sit on the couch and just bring that type of energy into the house to maybe help calm anything hectic going on. Aren't the holidays always hectic? Crazy. So he's there a lot. So when you see the first snow or the next snow maybe, he's talking about first snow. Walk by the couch and say, "Hi, Dad." He's he's showing a car that doesn't want to start. You know how when you turn the key and it goes, "Rrr, rrr, rrr," and like the battery's dead? So I don't know if you recently had a dead battery or maybe you need to check your battery. He's showing it dragging, the starter's dragging, and then all of a sudden it takes off. So just keep an eye on your battery. I don't feel like it's a warning though. I feel more like it's something that's happened recently, maybe. Or maybe somebody really close around you and you were there. Maybe you were riding with them. He's showing you sitting in your living room and you've got a little blanket on and your mind's just kind of wandering. You're just kind of daydreaming, being very nostalgic, very reminiscing. I don't know if he's showing me that you were just sad or you had an actual tear coming down your cheek. He says, "I want you to know that I'm always there." He's While this was going on, he was leaned over and he was trying to put his arms around you from the front as you're sitting. So you might have felt a warmth, a tingling. You could have felt the pressure of him trying to put his arms around you. He says, "I'm sorry I made life more rough on you, but you're a good girl and you're doing a good job. And I'm very proud of you for not letting my mistakes fuck up your life. Don't forget to be happy because that," he says, "cloaks," it's like CLOAKS, cloaks everybody around you when you are. He says, "but so does sadness." Stay on the upbeat. Jump up and down in the living room. I don't know if you have kids or not. He's shown a couple of little kids. One's real little, fairly little. Jump up and down and make them jump up and down. Move that energy. Make it happy energy. Like put some crazy song on and just all of you just jump up and down and sing to it or something. He's wanting you to raise the vibration. Raise the vibration. Let them be happy and silly and jump around and with you. Show them how crazy you can be, he says. And he starts laughing. He like throws his head back and starts laughing. Just have a silly moment because you will all of you will love it. And he'll be jumping with you. Whether you'll hear that, like thump on the floor, while you guys are jumping around. Of course, if you're all jumping around, it may be hard to hear. If you're all being silly, but he will be right there. He'll let you know in some way, but I'm not sure how. Ask him to show up. Ask him to do it with you, whoever these kids are. Ask him. Give him permission. Sometimes they need permission. Sometimes you need to ask. Don't just expect him to show up. Say, "Hey, Dad, pop in, show up." They don't always do it the second you ask. I asked for a certain meme this morning. As soon as I looked at Facebook, 2 seconds later, there it was. So he says, "No, that I love you very much, and I'm sorry." Okay, so anything happens to me during a reading is meant for you. So it's it's still December. There's a pesky fly in here. I don't know where the hell he came from. And he's been in here buzzing in between me and the computer, getting in my face. So no, when you get one of those really, really annoying ones, like the ones that keep landing on your nose and they keep coming back, that'll be another sign from him. Or you hear it buzzing in your ear. And he just came over here messing around. That he seems to be gone. Anyway, watch for those things. Talk to him. There it is again. Give him permission. Ask him to bring you signs. Ask him to join you when you jump around. Ask him to help raise the vibration. And before you know it, you'll be rolling on the floor giggling. Who cares? Dance like nobody's watching, even if they are. Who cares? Don't worry about anybody's opinion. He says, "Know that I will always love you. Love never dies." And then he drew my eyes over to that card again, surrender to inner peace. He says you have to find your own inner peace. Nobody can do it for you. But know that I will help if you ask and give me permission. There's that fly. He's going to be a pest. Just giggle when the fly won't leave you alone. Much love to you, my dear. Thank you so much for being patient. I thought he was going to say something else and he got real quiet. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later. Happy New Year.